You know what time it is. It's a market update time. Let's get straight into it. Do not place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video today, because trading is risky and it can cause substantial financial loss. There are so many areas you need to become good at to become a good trader. Emotional mastery, chart reading, trading systems, money and trade management. So this video is just educational only to help you become a much better trader. Alright, so we are going to bit of a market update. Things this week, guys, you've been watching my videos the last couple of weeks, they've pretty much been going really on par with what I've been thinking is going to be happening with the markets, yeah, they've been pretty much on par with what I thought. So let's actually have a look at what happened yesterday. Oh, look at that! Oh, it went down. Oh my goodness, look at that! Look, see? And I did a video yesterday. Yesterday I did a video on my channel, and I did a video yesterday, and the video was titled Market Update. This is the last push before the pullback. Now, I didn't expect this to hold, but when I drew this trend line through here, I can see the reason why it stopped right there and then we rejected off. As you can see, I did this trend line through here, squeeze up through there, we broke out, and now we're breaking down. And we're getting more selling volume than buying volume. It's showing that there's a lot of selling going on through here. So I would not be too surprised, guys, to see a lot more downside to come. Why? Because that's the bigger picture. The bigger picture's been saying that. So what we actually have, guys, we had a small down day through there. You can see that through there. You can see like it had basically a small down day. Wasn't a big pullback. I expected the big pullback to happen soon and to be moving forward soon. So that's what I expect to start to see, but just a small little pullback, and you can start to see, guys, if you have a look at the, can I get that off the screen? There you go. All right. You can see, guys, that this market has been running up, bouncing down, running up, bouncing down, running up, bouncing down, runs up sideways, comes back down, tries to hit back up, and now it's coming back down. So it looks like it's definitely creating a round top through here, and we're getting some selling volume, and we've been having this action, especially this divergence through here right now underneath my long-term stochastics. Short-term stochastics down, long-term up. Last time that happened, we got that big move. So I'm expecting obviously a lot more downside to come tonight. So where did my thing just go? Is that still recording? It is recording. All right, looks like, oh, there we go. I just lost my control panel. All right, so you can see we actually had a pullback here on the S&P 500. On the Russell, what we have, a nice 1.5% down day on the Russell. Bam, thank you, ma'am, all the way down. And see, guys, this is what the market does. You know, it's like, and I've been putting in videos out the last couple of weeks. Actually, no, I did a video 3 days ago. 3 days ago. Go check through the videos, and if you want to go check out my YouTube channel, and go check out 3 days from this video, and you said, and I put a market update, and I said 3 days ago, this is still a sucker rally. And see, the market pushes up, and then and everyone starts to come out of the woodworks and wants to start to buy this market, like Tesla. It's like they want to buy it. See what happened with Tesla? That almost had a 4% down day, I think it was. So what's that? TSLA. Tesla. Look at that. Yeah. A 3.5%, and it bounced right off that resistance. So Mark, if you're watching this, I hope you can see that I saved you a bit of money there. So you can see what I'm saying there too, Mark, if you know what I mean. So yeah, so you can see, guys, that's what the market does. It pushes you up, and I said this is a sucker rally, and it's getting the suckers in right now before the pullback. And that's what it does. And I've seen so many people over the last week saying, John, you're wrong. This is going to keep going up. This is going to make new highs. I'm like, no, it's not. You watch. This is why I've been doing bearish videos for the last week, especially I've been bearish for the last couple of weeks. But this has just been taking a lot longer than I originally thought. So You can see one bearish, a bearish down day as well too, hitting off that weekly long-term resistance on the Russell. What do we have on the Dow Jones? Dow Jones as well too, but the Dow Jones didn't have as much as selling volume, but we definitely broke out of that level through there. This volume here, guys, and I want you to mark my words on this. This volume here was the showcase of what's likely to happen. And I was saying to you guys before about volume analysis, and I said, okay, when the market's coming up through here, it's coming up through here, and suddenly we get this selling volume spike. And then yesterday we had basically an equal update, but look at the lower volume. That's actually saying something. So if you take the bars by itself, if you take these two bars by themselves, let me see if you take these two bars by themselves, this bar right here, which was a down bar, but it had a bigger volume spike, selling volume, it's down bar. But then you had this equal basically up bar with less volume. Which one's more dominant? The sellers, right? Because there's a lot more volume behind that. And you can see that volume bar there was the start, I believe, was the showcase of saying, listen, this is where we're likely to go now. And then you can see now the market's starting to roll over. No matter what the Fed does, and I did a video that's saying, and I did a video, when was it? Basically yesterday I did a video saying the pullback has started. No, that was basically 1 day ago. And then just yesterday, or 1 or 2 days ago, I did that. And then yesterday, I did a video saying, and you can check this out on the video. I did a video saying this is the last push before the pullback, and the pullback started to happen already. And you can see that's what's happening right now. So you can see Dow Jones is starting to break down as well too, out of that channel, and also the SPY as well too. That's starting to break down. Look at the SPY volume. Tell me that's not telling you something. Tell me you don't just like that. All right, so, and then obviously the Nasdaq. Look at the Nasdaq selling volume on the Nasdaq. It's like, wow, look at the volume on the Nasdaq. Yeah, whack, whack, clack, clack. You know, we had all this selling, all this high volume, but look at that selling volume there. It's like, man, if that's not showing you something, I don't know what is. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, all the way down. So that's what we see. Now we go to the weekly charts. Let me bring up a different chart here. We go to the weekly charts here. This is the weekly chart, and you can see that we came right up to this resistance level, and now we're starting to create the pullback. The pullback is coming. So there we go. That now we're at the SPY. The SPY's at this resistance level, and now we're having this nice. We're already starting to have this pullback, especially on the SPY. And as I said before, guys, when we start to create this sort of movement up through here, and we have this strong buying move, and then this weak buying move, that equals downside. You watch the market. It's going down. All right, cool. So Dow Jones. What do we see on the Dow Jones as well too? Lots of lines in there, isn't there? Hey? Look at that. The Dow Jones hit that line there. See that trend line through there? Hit that line there just exactly, didn't it? So, and then we had this like sort of strong move up. We went into this sort of sideways channel through here on the weekly chart. Let me just take everything off the screen there so I can see it a bit clearer. All right, yeah, so you can see here, right, we had this big strong run up, and look at this last 1, 2, 3 weeks coming down through there. And once again, as I said before, you can see that the resistance level is coming in through there, and now we're getting a rejection bar. So I tell you what, guys, it's definitely not looking good for the bulls overall, and also the Russell. The Russell is definitely one of the weakest charts out of there. And the S&P 500, same for that as well too. So, and guys, if you've been looking at my line charts overall, I've been talking about my line charts for a fair bit. The line charts, S&P 500, what do we have here? I'm going to go back to what I've been saying for quite some time now. We have peak, lower trough, overall downward movement. Let's see, what do we have on the Dow Jones, or the Russell? Lower peak, lower trough. We're in this area of resistance. Why wouldn't I expect downward movement? The overall trend is down. Dow Jones made a slight lower trough, still making lower highs, lower lows. SPY, same thing as the S&P 500. And the Nasdaq, look at the Nasdaq, definitely making lower peaks, lower troughs. Now it's trying to form another lower peak here. The next move down, guys, is this bit through here. So, and some analysis saying that it's probably gonna be like that. So I don't know, but hold on to your horses. It just may happen. So looking at that, I've also been talking about my advanced decliner line chart as well too, guys. My advanced decliner line. Where is that? Where are you? There we go. T2 100. Advanced decliner line chart. And I've been talking about the fact of this 52 simple moving average on a weekly chart on the advanced decliner line chart. I've been talking about how this has been the predictor of major trends. It broke below there, we went into a downward movement. It broke above there, it stayed above it, we broke below it there. We're now holding it where we are right now. Like it's bouncing off here, like it's bouncing off there, like it's bouncing off there, like it's bouncing off there. It's now rejecting. Guess what's next? We had this major left shoulder, this head, it ran down, hit it. We're now just going sideways like that. Down we go. And this advanced decline line chart is really, really high. If you look at this on the monthly chart, my goodness, this is about to get pummeled. You watch it. It's going to get hammered. So that's what I see on the advanced decline line chart, guys. I've been talking about the VIX for the last couple of days as well too, or I've been talking for quite some time. But the VIX, as you guys know, I've been very, especially this last week and even yesterday, I really came out and said the only thing I'm buying right now is the VIX. And VIX had a nice little pop to the high side. VIX is, as you can see, the VIX doesn't get much lower than where it does right now. So we're really at good support. And just a matter of if the market has if the market does have a flush down, then this is going to spike, and then I'm going to be a happy camper. So little update today, not much, bit of a 14% move to the high side, but I see this getting to the 30s, possibly even back up to the 50s, and saying, "How you doing?" That's what I'll be saying anyway. So we'll see what happens with that. Moving on through to the other charts, guys. Other markets that I'm obviously invested in as well too. I'm in silver as well too, so I like silver. I can see silver's been forming like a bit of a flag formation there. You can see overall, guys, we've been building this overall sort of market like that, as you can see. Let me just take that off the screen there, and as you can see that through there. So if I bring this weekly chart up, you can see a lot more. So it's been squeezing up. I think the silver is definitely in a holding pattern right now. A lot of people saying it's bullish, a lot of people saying it's bearish. I don't really care. Just go somewhere because that's what sort of trade I've got on. And also the transportation average, that's definitely starting to head over as well too. So definitely looking very weak. Oil is obviously looking very weak, and also gold. Gold is definitely looking strong. I like gold where it is right now, guys. It's definitely holding strong where we are right now. And you can see how it's just really, this weekly chart here is just really holding strong. So I'm expecting a shoot up from gold, and I'm expecting this sort of move to happen. In fact, guys, if I do my measurement tool, if I draw from there to there, let me actually just squeeze this right up. If I draw a measurement from the bottom to the high, and I project this line out through to there, where does it come into? It comes into right there. So let me just do that again. Let me go from that point there to basically that point. Yeah, the low through to the high. Yeah, so I definitely have like $130 target on gold. GOD, the GOD anyway. Probably a bit high as well. So yeah, GOD looks really bullish, guys. The chart does. The indicators don't, but the chart definitely is trying to hold strength through here. You can see what happened with the GOD. Came all the way down, came all the way, popped back up. You can see that's now breaking out of that sort of pattern right now. Hold good support, big triangle pattern up, good volume. So I'm expecting a lot more upside with the GLD. So there we go, guys. There's a bit of a market update for you. I hope that you have found these videos informative. This week I've basically been talking about the swings and stuff like that. A lot of things have been happening in the markets, and I hope that this really helps you out, and this really helps you out moving forward in the market. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoy the markets moving forward. Be safe, take care of yourself, guys, and all I say is don't be oblivious to this rally, because the bigger picture is still saying down, the prices are down. Hey, it's Howell here, and thanks so much for watching my video. You see, I'm putting out daily videos and education on helping you learning the art of successful trading. So click on the subscribe button to keep up to date with every video I do. Also, check out my story video, $250,000 in debt, cancer, overweight, family passing away, lived on the streets, and more, and how I overcome it and now thriving through my life. This is here to motivate you, so click on that image to watch my video. And lastly, if you're struggling with your trading, then you need to see my latest webinar where I'm sharing with you an amazing strategy that allows you to generate an income without getting the direction right. So click on that image on this page to register for my next free webinar. This is John Howell here. Remember, success can be yours if you go claim it. So step up, take massive action, and face your fears today.